Do you want to install your own trim in your house? Well, I'm going to show you what the pros do when we're installing. These tips will make your baseboards look beautiful. So when it comes down to baseboards, there's a lot of technical aspects. It's the measuring, it's the cutting. Well, I'm going to show you some shortcuts around these. Make sure you check out my video on how to do baseboard returns and how to make a coping cut. First off, on long walls on inside measurements, cut them to straight pieces. This is going to save you a lot of time. Other things I like to use is the coping cut. Now, why do I use it? Because it gives you that perfect puzzle piece finish so that you don't have to figure out what the angle is. So when you stuff it in, it's nice and tight. Next thing we have, outside corners. Now, how do you measure an outside corner? So just for instance, if I'm measuring this wall here, I see that it's 17 3/8. A tip for all of you at home is to add a 1/16 of an inch. This is going to give you a little bit of room to play. So what I've wrote here is 17 7/16. But because it's an outside corner, you have to have the measurement of the wall and then figure out what this would be. So with 45-degree angle cuts, the thickness of the baseboard is actually the same as the overhang. So what that means is that this piece here, when you measure it in physical length, it's actually the same as the thickness. So if I have this wall at 17 inches and I know my baseboard's 5/8, I add 5/8 to this end and 5/8 to that end, and then I would know that if I snap my tape to the end and I want to double check it, that 5/8 and 5/8 is 1 1/4, so this is 1 1/4 inches longer than what I need. Or you can do my method, which is 17 and 7/16 is the inside measurement. So that means I would just simply measure this mark to this mark and know that I'm at 17 and 7/16. A little bit more difficult. It's personal preference, and it's a lot of math. But the key is, these are the ways that once you get good, you'll find them a lot simpler as you do them. So, this piece installed, the outside corner lines up, and then I get my other piece here lined up. Now, how do I get my corners to look perfect? Well, here's something I'll show you. Activator glue. This stuff dries in 12 seconds. Again, check out my video on the 12-second miter and you'll see it. Outside corners seem to be a problem area where you don't get the joints to match up perfectly. What we're going to do is pre-glue our corners before we actually nail them in. So I put my glue on this side, and I take my activator and I spray it on this side. I take my two pieces, setting them in place, I hold them firmly for 12 seconds. That's how you do an outside corner. Pre-glue the outside, get it nice and tight, the seam lines up perfectly, and then slip it back into place. Mind you, make sure you dry fit all your pieces first so that you know they're going to line up. Now with this in place, I can simply just nail it and walk away and do my caulking and I'm done. So when it comes to nailing in your baseboards, what you want to look for is A, a stud, if you can hit them, and B, in the bottom in an inconspicuous location. The reason we do that is less work on the filling, and also it's a lot easier to fill them when you do have to fill the holes. Now, drywall is never perfect, so you see these gaps here where the wall curves in? Well, the flex of the baseboard is not really going to help us there, but that's where caulking comes in. Check out my video on how to caulk like a pro, and I'll show you all the tips and tricks on how to get these looking perfect. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say.